selvä jo. Katsotte rankkia ja sitten menette viemään imurista.
Mahtaa ylhäällä.
Tarkistaa, mitä nyt pelikalliin.
Tuolla ylhäällä.
Tulkaa te alaspäin. Isot alas.
Ne on vaan.
Nyt on miettinyt sitä. Miten vähän mulla on sieltä avaa? Mulla on niinku pari vuoden vaan.
Kysyn sillä, että
Tampere. Niitä vastaan pelataan. Toi sit mulla on aivan 30 määrä.
eli huomenna ei saa
Harmi. Verrattuna mitä kaikkea niillä on, se ei niinku juutaan hälytä. Mitä? Eli kahtalla päätetään. Toki se sitten on meneillä just ollut jotain edellisen päivän ruoan jämät. Se kylmänä vai lämmenen kaasuhemmalla. Ei kyllä. Mitä? Eka pelataan toiseen suuntaan ja sitten toiseen. Mulla ei yhtään vastatettavaa keikkaa vielä ollut. Okei. Antin vene. Mikä venette huoltoja? Se nyt on Antti. Ai onko se mukana teillä? Saatteko te sitten tauolla ne kun on laitissa? No, mä taas juodaan erätauolla, niin siihen asti juodaan vettä. No katsotaan sit kun peli alkaa, niin sitten. Joo, mun pitää. No, aina vielä rekisteröidä. Jostakin pitää rahaakin saada. Mutta sit mä saan ostaa kaikki työkalut tuolta firmalta. Ei vittu, ei sieltä ei ottaa mukaan. Eiköhän me pärjätä. Tää on tämmöstä aikuisten teitä. Ei sitä enää rosta. Pienet otan tuossa sen verran Nyt tulee tosiaan omaa. Otat sen neuvonut. Semmoisen kuitenkin ei voi kuitenkin vielä paremmin. Siellä ryhtyä voimaa.
Hello and welcome to Warriors versus Tampere. Sponsored by Aussie Bar and Lazy Fox. Is that louder? Yeah, that's louder. Is that loud enough? Is that loud enough? Okay, let's go with that. And it looks like Warriors are going to kick off. Tumpy Vanel has the ball. And we're ready to go. Tumpy kicks high, taken by the prop on the 10-meter line. And Tampere into the middle, driving forward, and brought down by Warriors. Taking the ball wide, to the wing, and too far to the wing. Tampere into touch, Warriors line out on the halfway line. And Tony throws to Costi, off the top to Tim, to Tumpy, to Mika, to Krabby, to Liam on the wing, on the 22, and tackled, and turnover, Tampere ball. And Tampere clear to touch. Yes, clear to touch. We'll have a Warriors scrum that Krabby takes quickly to Tumpy, who goes on the blind side, chips and goes, but the ball is out on the full. We'll have a Tampere line out, just outside the 22. And Tampere go front ball and go for a maul. Still going forwards, ball to the back, ball out. Tackle by Julian. Ball out, Mika picks it up, Warriors ball. Warriors go blind to Tumpy, who kicks, and the winger picks up and returns into touch. We'll have a Warriors line out just outside the 22. Three minutes in and 3 line outs. Warriors get it back untidily. Ala has the ball and gets the ball back. Tim to Tumpy, to Alexi. Axel even. Johannes over the top. Tumpy, Mateus, Krabby, Yuri is tackled. Still Warriors ball. Warriors penalty advantage. Costi drops it forwards. We'll have a Warriors penalty and possibly a yellow card for off the feet by Tampere. Definitely off the feet. And yes, a yellow card for the number 14, who is called Tommi Kaarinen. And sorry, I missed what happened. I was recording the yellow card. No, nothing happened. It was kicked to touch. So Warriors line out. Warriors go middle ball to Johannes, and they're going to maul. Costi with the ball. Okay. Now. And Warriors still have the ball. And Tumpi dummies and touches down in the corner. Warriors try. And Tumpi will be taking the conversion. And Tumpi's conversion is short and left. 5-0 to Warriors after 6 minutes of play. And Timo will kick off for Tampere, taken by Iro, who runs it back. And Tim to Mika, to Costi, to Tumpi, wide to Krabi, wider to Liam, but it was forward. We'll have a Tampere scrum on the 22. Ville Lettimäki with the ball. And it's a good scrum from Tampere. The ball's at the back. Ville gives it to Lowry. Lowry to the centre, but it was forward again. We'll have a Warriors scrum just outside the 22. And Tim with the ball, and Warriors have split the backs. Tumpi and Mateus and Yuri on one side, Mika, Krabi and Liam on the other side. the ball at the back. Kosti has it. Tim to Tumpi. Running straight to Mateus. Mateus fends, but it's tackled and pops to Tumpi, who stays in touch and passes to Tim. Mika running straight. And a knock on. And definitely a penalty, maybe a warning. It was definitely a deliberate knock on. Clear slap down of the ball, which is illegal in rugby. You always have to attempt to catch the ball. And a clear slap down, and yes, a penalty and a yellow card for number 13, Ricardo. So, let's see. And Warriors have 15 and Tampere only have 13 for another 5 minutes. And Tumpi kicks to touch, but it is not kept in. It was a good effort by the Tampere winger, but unsuccessful. We'll have a Warriors scrum on the 10 meters out from the try line. And Tony with the ball, full Warriors line out. And he goes middle ball over Johannes' head, taken back by Tampere. Tampere pick and go. And he's tackled. Another Tampere pick and go. Tackled by Mika. Johannes over the ball. And legally. And we have a Warriors penalty for Tampere not releasing. Sorry, it was Ala over the ball. And Tumpi with the ball will tap and go. Takes it himself. And it's tackled. Ball at the back. And Kosti wide to Krabi, who will walk it in. No, it's tackled. No, tackled over the try line. And Warriors' second try, 10-0 Warriors after 13 minutes. And Tumpi with the conversion, but it's long enough, but it is left. So we're 10-0 Warriors after 13 minutes of play. And Tampere unusually have two backs with yellow cards. It's normally the forwards who take yellow cards in rugby. And Tony takes the ball, carries into contact. Tim to Mika, to Alexi, who dummies and goes. Still not tackled, is tackled now. to Tumpi. Goes straight. He's got Mateus outside him, but he chips and goes. And the winger doesn't collect the ball. Tumpi is still chasing it. And the ball goes into touch. And Mateus takes it quickly to Costi, but too quickly. So we'll go back for the official Warriors line out. And the first yellow card is back on the pitch. So Tampere back up to 14 men. And over Johannes, but Mika collects at the back and is tackled straight away. But Warriors have the ball. Alexi to Ale. To Tim. Tumpi chips over the top. Mateus chasing after. Gathers. And he makes it to the try line with a good reach at the end. So, another Warriors try under the post this time after 15 minutes. So it's 15-0, but the conversion is straight in front of the posts. So should be 17-0. And yes, the conversion is successful. Warriors 17, Tampere 0 after 16 minutes of play. And a small tactical change for Warriors at the kickoff here. But Tampere to kick off. But they will kick off to the far side of the pitch, most likely. They do, and Costi takes it and pops it to Mateus, who is going past the halfway line, still going, and is tackled. Warriors have a quick ball to Johannes, who takes it in, as all good forwards should. And slower ball, but Tim has it now, to Mika, to Tumpi, who runs around the outside, has Yuri and Tony on his outside, he uses them now. Costi has it. Tim to Tumpi, to Johannes, to Mateus. Mika picks it up cleanly. There was a knock on by Tampere, but still Warriors ball. And not rolling away in the tackle now, but there was a scrum advantage already in play. So I think we're going to have a scrum for Warriors. That might get upgraded to a penalty based on Tampere's retreating 10 meters. Nope, it was just a scrum, so we'll have a Warriors scrum right in the middle of the pitch, just outside the 22 meters. And Tim puts it in, Costi has it, picks it up at the back. Messy pass to Tumpi, but it goes backwards. Mika carries, has Yuri outside him, doesn't use him. Pops to Mateus. Yuri came inside, now has Tumpi outside him, and Tumpi doesn't take the ball that was behind him, and it goes into touch, and we'll have a Tampere line out on the 5-meter line. No, sorry, we'll have a Tampere scrum on the 5-meter line. And Tampere should soon be back to 15 men, because we have played 20 minutes now and the yellow card was at 10 minutes. And Juha is being asked to come and sit on the bench, but politely declines. He's probably not match fit. And Tampere put in, but Warriors drive forwards, but Tampere have the ball at the back. The scrum half picks the ball. And Tampere have the ball, but it's slow. So they will pick and go. But Costi is... no. Okay, there's a penalty at the ruck. Warriors pick and go, and Yuri makes it over the line. And we are awaiting a decision. Yuri was over the line, but I'm not sure if he was legally over the line. He was legally over the line, and he got the ball down. We will have a try for Yuri after 21 minutes. Warriors 22, Tampere 0. So that's 4 tries for Warriors. So Warriors now have a bonus point in the league table from this match. And missed by Tumpi. And Tampere are now back to 15 men after their second yellow card returns to the field. And the Tampere captain, Timo McIntyre, to kick off to the far side again. And it's taken by Costi, who doesn't pass it this time, runs straight back at number 7, Tampere, who tackles him well. Oh, but he was leading with his elbow, according to the referee, so it's a penalty. And potentially more. Even if you're being tackled, you're responsible of how you act. And the referee thought Costi wasn't. The referee decides it's it wasn't Costi. The referee is saying that Mika led with an elbow while clearing out the ruck, presumably. And Mika will go off for 10 minutes after 24 minutes of play. Mikko, sorry. And we'll have a temporary penalty in the middle of the pitch. And they will kick it to touch. And we will have a temporary line out. What's that? 20 meters out from the try line. So Warriors now down to 14. Temporary with the front ball, but a dummy throw, so we will have a free kick, which you can tap and go, or you can kick to touch. But if you kick a free kick to touch, you don't get the ball back, or you can just kick the ball upfield. Tumpi is likely to kick the ball. No, he taps and goes and kicks the ball into touch, so it will be a temporary line out on the... We're missing a 10-meter line, but that looks like the 10-meter line. And temporary front ball, but contested by Warriors. And Warriors come back with the ball. Ale is tackled. Warriors still have the ball. Alexi, dummies. And the ball is at the back. Tim to Tumpi. To Yuri. To Krabby, who's... was tackled, and Costi will secure the ball to Johannes, but he's isolated, so Tumpi will need to go in with him. He does, and Alexi passes inside to Iro. Mika over the ball, Tim to Ale. And Julian secures the ball. Tony with a long floaty pass to Tumpi, who kicks. And the fullback picks it up, passes inside, and we have a kick. And Krabby takes it and passes inside to Tumpi, who shows and goes. And there's a knock-on in the tackle. But that was not anything more than a knock-on in the tackle. So we will have a Warriors scrum just outside the 22. "27 minutes of play so far. 13 minutes left in the half. And the ball in the scrum with Costi at the back to Tumpi, who chips and goes, but it's collected by the number 10. Yuri missed tackle. Tumpi tackles him, not into touch. Ball. Okay. Tampere takes it in and passes out wide, but it was knocked on. So we'll have another Warriors scrum. Tim puts the ball in, but it is not hooked. Now it is. Tim passes to Krabby. Krabby kicks the ball in his Australian rules style, but doesn't recover. It's recovered by the number 12, Tampere, who passes to a forward, the hooker, who releases and gets back up, which is allowed, but now is tackled. But no, the referee said there was a double movement. So it is allowed to be tackled, release the ball and get back up, but he didn't do it cleanly enough. Tumpi will kick the ball to touch, but touch is not found. Tampere return the ball, but now touch is found in almost the same position that Tumpi kicked the ball to initially. So Warriors line out. 30 minutes of play, 10 more minutes of the half. And goes to the back, but Warriors collect the ball. Not how they intended. Tumpi to Krabby. Krabby inside, steps inside. Ball is secured by Mateus and Mika. Tim to Tumpi, low pass, good catch. Kosti inside one, tackled by the second. Ball is slow. Tumpi has it. Dummies has Mateus inside him, but doesn't need him. And will score a try on 30 minutes. So Warriors 27. Tumpi with his second try. And Tumpi with the conversion, but misses to the right. So Warriors 27, Tampere 0. Warriors with 70% possession, and we're having a substitution for Tampere. I can't see his number, sorry, but he looks like a back. And Tampere kick off. Tony takes the ball into contact. Warriors secure the ball to Tumpi. Alexi to Ale. Thinks about passing it. He does pass to Julian. And Julian passes to Liam, but it was a bit forward and went into touch. So Tampere will have the option of a scrum or a line out. And they will take the line out. And a good clean line out. Tampere driving the ball forwards. Ball's at the back of the line out. The scrum half has it. Passes to the 10. Tackled by Mika, but stolen in the tackle. Alexi has it. Pops to Mika. Ball secured by Warriors. Julian to Tumpi. To Krabby. Liam on the other wing with Yuri. Krabby steps inside. And ball secured to Kosti. Wide to Mika. Mika still going on the 22. Oh, and Tony will score in the corner. Yes, it's Tony. And we'll have a time off after 34 minutes of play. Tony scores. And Tumpi will continue kicking. So what's the score going to be? 32 points to Warriors. And the time off was for a consultation with the referees about the tackle by the player who just came on the pitch. And the referee goes for his pocket, and we have another card. So number 21, oh, his number's not listed, is yellow carded. Okay, so Tampere back down to 14 players. Number 21 is yellow carded on 35 minutes. And no conversion again, so 33-0. And the Warriors yellow card, Mikko, is back on the pitch. So 15-14 in terms of players all on the pitch. And Tampere come back to the close side. Hero takes it, goes into contact, tackled by the centre. Tim to Johannes. Mikko, oh, Johannes is lifted in the tackle, but is released now, so play on, Alexi. To Tumpi, chips it, chases it, doesn't gather it. And Tampere have the ball on the far side. And is tackled by Kosti. Tackled again by Kosti. And a low pass by the scrum half, but the centre stops it with his foot, but is tackled by Tony initially. And another tackle by Tony. But there is a penalty for offside. So Tampere have the ball on the 22-metre line and will kick to touch. And we'll have a line out on the 5-metre line. Only Tampere's second venture into the Warriors half. This half. I've heard my commentary is getting abuse from the stands. Sorry for my lack of non-useful information. And the ball went forward, so we'll have a Warriors scrum on the 5-meter line. One more minute to play in the half, but I haven't been stopping the clock, so we might play a bit longer. Tim puts the ball in, Kosti has the ball and picks it up. And is tackled eventually, but the ball is knocked on in the tackle. Tampere have the ball to the winger, and Jiri misses the tackle, but Krabi is successful. And Tampere pass the ball out. Tackle by Mikko. Tampere go blind. Mateus with the tackle, but pops back inside. Ale with a good wrap tackle, stopping the pop. And Tampere spread it wide. And a tackle by 4 Warriors players. Tampere's wide again, but is intercepted by Tumpi, who is tackled but passes the ball to Liam. And Liam in a sprint race with the centre. And a successful sprint race with the centre. So Liam will score on half time. Yes, Liam scores on 40 minutes. And Tumpi with an easier conversion this time. Yes, an easier conversion. He kicks it. And the referee says it's not half time yet. And Tampere are going to kick to the far side again. And they kick off to Kosti, who doesn't decide what to do and goes into contact. And Tim with the ball to Mikko, to Iro. And Tim with the ball to Tumpi, who kicks long and high. And dropped, but dropped backwards. And steps inside, but tackled by Krabi. And not Warriors ball with Yuri. Yuri dummies inside and is tackled. Tim to Krabi, to Tumpi, steps inside again, dummies inside, fends off. Passes to Tony, but Tony's foot was in touch. So we will have a line out to Tampere. And possibly a break for a small injury to Yuri. But he's not involved in the line out, so we might carry on. We do carry on. Tampere get the ball back. And Send it to the middle, tackle by Mika. Tampare's ball at the back of the maul. 1 out pass, tackle by Mika again and Julian. Come back inside, tackle by Johannes and Ale. Slow ball by Tampere. Good disruptions, and Kosti picks up the ball. Alexei fighting to be tackled as always. Presents it to Tim, to Mika, has Iro inside him. And Krabi outside, but takes it to the floor. And Mateus breaks 1 tackle, but is tackled the 2nd time. And Tim to Ale, to Tony. Tony has Yuri outside him, but recycles the ball. Tumpi chips and goes. And some untidy play after a low kick from Tampere, but it all started from a knock-on. But it's half-time, so we'll go to half-time instead. 39-0 to Warriors. And welcome back to the second half. Tampere will kick off. The second half sponsored by Lazy Fox and Aussie Bar. For your food and evening entertainment needs. And Tampere kick off, but it's not gone 10 meters. It has gone 10 meters. And tackled by Mikko. but not cleanly presenting the ball. So Tampere scrum, and I see Andre is on the pitch, and it looks like Tim is on the bench. So it's change at scrum half for Warriors. And Tampere kick to touch, and we'll have a line out on the 10-meter line. And Tampere with a driving maul. The ball is at the back of the ball. And at the back of the ruck to the 10, but only has one winger outside him. Steps inside Mikko, and is tackled by Liam. Tackled by Iro and Kosti. And slow ball for Tampere, but picked up by the 10 to the inside centre to the number 8, who is tackled by Johannes. And still Tampere ball to the number 8, tackled by Iro. To the number 5, to the outside centre, tackled by Julian, but missed tackle, tackled by Johannes. And tackle, but knock on in the tackle, Warriors ball. Mateus pops to Mika, Mika still fighting. And Kosti has the ball on the far side, passes to Yuri, and tackled on the halfway line. High pass to Tumpi. Tumpi still going, and it's tackled. Julian over the ball, yeah. Kick by Andre, and it will be touched down inside the dead try line area. Goal area. And that will be a dropout from the goal line. Yeah. We had a comment, are we stopping the game? But in rugby, you carry on if it's raining. And yes, the ball straight into touch, which is not allowed. I'm not sure. It means Warriors can choose if they want a re-kick or a scrum on the 5-meter line. Warriors opt for. So Warriors scrum to the right of the post on the 5-meter line. Only the wingers get cold. And Kosti picks up from the back of the scrum and is tackled. Mateus secures the ball. And Alexei picks the ball. And Mateus on the far side. And Iro. Andre to Tumpi, kicks the ball. Krabby and Liam chasing the ball, but it goes dead. So we will restart with a temporary 22 dropout after the injury to Alexi and Kosti. And the rain was really hard for a few minutes, but is now turned to drizzle, if you can't see from the camera. And Kosti going off for Henne, presumably coming on. So Johannes will probably go into the back row, if that's the substitution. And Henne will go into the second row. Yes, so Tampere 22 dropout. And I'm just trying to see who came on the pitch. Yes, Henne is on the pitch. But Alexi is fine to continue. And Tampere deep dropout to Krabi, to Tumpi. Tumpi kicks it inside, looking for 50-22, but is just short of the 22. So we'll have a Tampere line out just outside the 22. And Tampere with the ball in the back, pass it out to the inside centre, who is tackled. Tampere slow ball again. Oh no, Mika has stolen the ball in the tackle. Tumpi at the base, to Mateus, to Mikko. Mikko fights off a tackle, keeps fighting, and is still not tackled. Now passes the ball to Henne. Henne pops it inside to Andre, and Andre will score. And I didn't start the clock, but I think that's after 5 minutes. Oh, that's not fair. Yuri might be smaller than Andre. Andre. And Tumpi unsuccessful with the conversion, so Warriors 44. I think the scoreboard hasn't been changed yet. And a substitution for Warriors. Matt Jordan is on the pitch for Yuri, presumably. And Mateus takes the ball, still fighting, is now tackled. Yeah, Alexi, still fighting, tackled. Andre with the ball at the back. To Tumpi inside one, kicks the ball. Liam chasing. And number 21 doesn't gather. Liam gathers the ball. Liam has the ball. Tumpy has the ball. But there was a knock on by someone in that picking up the ball. So Liam knocked the ball on in gathering the ball. So we'll have a Tampere scrum. So yes, Matt Jordan did come on the pitch, and UC is also lining up to come onto the pitch. Alexi was trying to leave early, but not yet. Has to take the scrum first. And so Mika is now at number 8, and no, Henne is on the open side flank. And ball at the back of the Tampere scrum. Tackle by Andre. Tampere gives it back to the fly half, who kicks the ball towards me in the commentary booth. Hence the noise. And we will have a Warriors scrum on the 22. And Alexi will come off, and UC Wiemanen will come onto the pitch. And will be involved in the line-out. And Tony to Johannes, but it is left of Johannes. And Tampere have the ball. Tackled by Henne. But the ball is available at the bottom, and Warriors have it, but it's picked up in the ruck. And there's a penalty to Warriors. And Tumpy wants to take it quickly. And we'll now take it slowly. 22, Matt Jordan. Heikki has them. And Warriors still deciding what to do with this penalty. I think Tumpy is going to tap and go and give it to one of the big boys. And the big boys are fighting over who will get the ball. And hands in the ruck was the cause of the penalty. Tumpy does tap and go, but chips it over. And Winger collects the ball, but doesn't call a mark. And holds on in the tackle. He should have called a mark. So we'll have another Warriors penalty on the 5-meter line. And we have more supporters here trying to keep dry from the rain. It's now raining a bit harder. And Tumpy sends it long to Mateus, who takes it himself, spins inside. Warriors ball, Andre to Ale. Steps inside. Andre has the ball now and picks and go. No. There was some holding on in the ruck. After you're tackled, you need to release the ball, and it wasn't released quickly enough, So Tampere have a penalty, and they will kick the touch. And Krabi will try to, no, it's deep enough. And Tampere will have a line out on the 22. And they take it quickly and will maul. Ball's at the back of the maul. No, ball is. Now it's tackled. Scrum passes out. Tackled by Julian. Behind the game line, good tackle. And tackled by Henne. And ball span out. Still going Tampere. And loose ball, tackled into, no. There's a high tackle by Mateus, but the player was very low, so nothing else than a high tackle awarded, and we will have an injury timeout. And we are back on after the small injury, and Tumpi has left the pitch. No, he's just standing on the line to prevent the Tampere penalty. And it's a good kick, but it's, yes, it's deep enough that they can't be saved. So we'll have a Tampere line now just short of the halfway line. And quick line out by Tampere. Tackled by Mika. To the 10. To the winger, who kicks. To Krabi. Krabi will run it back. Kicks it back. And taken by Tampere. Tackled by Krabi, but popped off to the fullback, who runs around Andre. Tries to run around Liam. Liam upends him in a tackle. He did jump into the tackle as Liam was tackling him, which caused him to fall awkwardly. So I think we will see, but I think that was not Liam's fault entirely. So I imagine we'll stay with just a penalty. He jumped into the tackle, didn't he? Yeah. That's why he twisted. Because Liam just stood up as he was jumping, which caused him to twist. The referee just discussing with Liam. We're waiting if there'll be a further sanction. No, simply a penalty. Tampere penalty on the halfway line. And they kick the touch. And we'll have a scrum 10 meters out. It stopped, you would hear it. And Tampere throw long. And Tumpi tries to kick the ball but misses the fly kick. Tackled by Jussi. Tampere send it wide to the inside centre. It was tackled by Mikko. Ball's at the back, but there was a knock-on in the tackle, so we'll have a Warriors scrum. And Andre puts the ball in. And we'll pass to Tumpi, who runs and gives to Krabby, who juggles but takes it. And offloads to Liam. Liam outside the winger, steps inside and is tackled. And the ball goes into touch after Liam's attempt to stay in touch. And Warriors will keep the ball. So Liam didn't avoid touch, but Tampere took it into touch, so still the Warriors' ball. Not many people faster than Liam, but the fullback was fast enough. And Tony with the ball. And to Johannes, but over Johannes, but Henne has it at the back, takes it into contact. Jussi with him, secures the ball. Andre to Mateus, who pops it to Mikko, and Mikko is tackled, but offloads to Tony for his... Is that Tony or Mateus? Mateus for his second try of the match. On 20 minutes. So 60 minutes of play, 20 minutes remaining. And the sun is now back out after the brief rain shower. And Tumpi is successful with this conversion. And the score will be 51-0. Eight tries to Warriors. No, 9. I missed Krabbers. And Tampere kick off. Taken by Tony. And not rolling away from Tampere, so Warriors will have a penalty. And a good kick by Tumpi into the Tampere half, so Warriors will have a line out 25 meters out from the Tampere posts. Johannes with the ball in the middle of the line out. Warriors mauling, but Tampere pushing back. I think Warriors have control of the ball. And Andre has it at the back. To Tumpi, steps inside the first tackle and the second. And dances around the third and fourth. Henne picks up the ball. Is tackled and Andre will give it to Matthias, who knocks on after low pass. So Tampere scrum. And ball put in by Tampere, the back of the scrum, pick up by the number 8. Tackle by Mikko. Warriors offside, but no penalty. Liam is not tackled in the air, he just makes it to the ground before the tackle came in. Andre chips deep into the Tampere 22. Takes a roll, misses the post, and we will come back for a penalty. Liam was tackled in the air. So Tumpi with the ball. Will he kick the touch or will he tap and go? Looks like he's going to kick the touch. And misses touch. Liam chasing. Tampere kick it back. And Tony takes it just in field. Passes to Iro. Henne and Andre over the ball. And the ball is on Tampere's side. Liam. Tampere will take it up and will now look to kick. Back, oh, a juggle, but he has time, but it's sliced off the side of his foot. So it doesn't go very far, and we'll have a Warriors line out inside the 22. And Krabby, Liam is leading the pitch, and Yuri is back on, and Tony and Ale are off for Jere and Heikki. So Yuri had a small break there, but is now back on the pitch. UC with the ball. And over Johannes, but Julian takes it at the back to Tumpi, to Matthias, to Krabby at speed. Krabby's tackled 5 meters short. And Warriors still have the ball. Matt Jordan at scrum half. To Tumpi running around people and through people and over the line. And Tumpi will have his third try of the match on 27 minutes into the second half. So Warriors 58, Tampere 0, and I think Krabi is injured. And I imagine Tim will come back on at inside centre, and then I guess Mateus or Mikko will go to fullback if Krabi's unable to continue. Krabi walking to the sideline, holding his head, so likely coming off. And yes, Tim comes back on. But forgot his gum shield, so we'll go back off. And no ball as Tumbi kicked it over the netting. And no one's gone to get it yet. And Tampere kick high, and Henne comes to get it, but misses. But the ball didn't go 10 meters, so we'll go back for a scrum to Warriors. Tim seems to be standing on the wing at the moment, but we'll see the next phase where he lines up. And Andre to Tumpi, to Mateus. Mateus had Yuri outside him but didn't need him. Ball secured by Warriors. Andre to Tumpi. Shows and goes through the gap. Gets past the fullback but doesn't get past the retreating 10, and Julian will score in the corner. On 31 minutes into the second half. And Tumbi with the conversion, but it's to the right. So Warriors 64 to 0. And Tampere will kick off to the close side. And Henne and Matthias were both underneath it, and it was knocked on by one of them. Tampere ball, and send it wide. And pop from the tackle. 9 steps inside, so most likely slow ball for the next phase. No advantage. They must have knocked it on in that tackle, so we'll go back to the knock on by Warriors. And Krabby is standing but bleeding. Hope you get better soon, Krabby. But his mum's over from Australia, so she can look after him. And Tampere put the ball in, ball's at the back of the scrum, Tampere going forward, but they pass it out. The 10 Grubber kicks it, and it's picked up by Yuri, who is going to run all the way around, and is tackled under his own posts. So we'll have a dropout. No, a scrum on the 5 meter line. If you take the ball back inside your goal area and touch it down, then it's a scrum, which is what we'll have. And Tampere split the backs. And Warriors mirror them. Tim seems to be standing on the wing now with Matt Jordan and Jiri on the other wing. Tampere put the ball in. Good scrum, balls are available at the back. And the number 8 picks and goes, tackles by Tumpi and Johannes. And brought to ground. Tackled again, but still above, now on ground. And pick and go, but tackled by Mika. But the ball was over the line but held up. So it would have been a dropout, but there was an offside by Warriors in the defense, so we will have a Tampere scrum. So Tampere will pick and go. And a try by number 2. And according to Tampere's team sheet, that's Alex Lenton, but I'm pretty sure that's not Alex Lenton. Maybe someone else can confirm. And the conversion is successful, so 64-7 with 5 minutes left to play. And Warriors will kick off now. If you concede, you kick the ball back in rugby. And Tumpi kicks, but it's short of the 10 meter line. Tim still tries to recover it, but we will have a temporary scrum on the halfway line. And Tampere's ball at the back to the fly half, to the inside centre. Still going, tackled by Matthias. And to the number 8, tackled by Mika. Balls at the back available, to the 10, to the 5, to the outside centre, to the hooker. Steps and goes, but it's tackled by Tim. Ball's available. And the scrum half picks and goes. Matt Jordan goes over the ball, but it's cleaned out. Ball available, but no scrum half as he was tackled. And side entry is given, so penalty. And Tampere opts for a scrum from the penalty. Ball available at the back, Tampere out to the fly half, to the outside centre, tackled by Matthias. Slow ball and stolen. Kick downfield. Yuri, the first chaser from Warriors, will be stepped inside. Hene is also there, and there's a kick pass to the fullback, who steps inside Matthias, but is tackled by Ale. Ball inside by Tampere, tackled by Julian and Iro. And Johannes stole the ball in the tackle. Andre tips forward, there's no one there from Tampere. Andre is the first chaser from Warriors. The winger will pick up and kick the ball back into touch, and we'll have a Warriors line out. And by my clock, there's 5 minutes left to play, and Warriors take a long line out. Mikko passes the ball to Tim on the wing. Tim going for the corner and scores. And I believe that's Tim's first ever try for Warriors, so congratulations, Tim. Yes, judging by the reaction of the players, that is Tim's first try for Warriors after several years of playing in the backs, which is a long time. He had a long way to run and think about it. Oh, no. No. Tim's try is denied. He is looking devastated. But he can play on the wing next time. Maybe he'll score again. We come a long way back. The line out was not valid that Tim scored from. Okay, Warriors aiming to repeat the try for Tim in the far corner. Has he got the legs to do it again? Tim receiving minor abuse from his fellow players. And Johannes takes the ball, so the first step of Tim's try is on. Tumpi with the ball, passes to Mikko, who passes to Matt, who passes to Tim. Is Tim in again? Oh no, he's tackled. But the ball is recycled and slowing the ball down from Tampere, but legally. So we will have a Tampere penalty, which they will kick for touch. Tim is there to receive the ball and run it back. And it goes into touch, so Tim doesn't have a chance to run it back. We will have a Tampere line out with a few minutes to play. Ball thrown in long and deep. Tumpi Mika tackles. It was Tumpi tackling at the back. How was he in the line out? Mateus with the ball. Offloads. Not releasing in the tackle, but either way, the game is over. Congratulations to Warriors, 64-7 victors over Tampere. Thank you everyone for watching. And the girls are playing in 15 minutes, also against Tampere. Please stay to watch. And after the match, Warriors will be heading to Lazy Fox. And after Lazy Fox, we'll be heading to Aussie Bar in the evening. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Short and sweet. 2-point rugby. They had lights. I thought it took so long that it was going to get that low. There was a guy running around. See again. Löysin jonkun sieltä saa niitä varaa.
Periaatteella kun se ei ole ikinä vihelletty. Mutta en mä koskaan nähnyt noin paljon kosteja noin viisi pelissä. Niin no periaatteessa siinä on se yksi keltainen voinut tulla. Niin kuin se Tampereen luari, että he vähän koitti kampata sitä. Itse olin antanut siis toisen keltainen, mutta ehkä niinku tää on kuitenkin selkeä peli, niin ei vastaa. Mä en yhtään kottista. Yhden kerran on mennä punaisessa nautin. Kustannisessa vastaan pelaan pään. Se polkeva päähän ja sitä vähän suutahdin tässä. Se on vielä kerran potkastamaan päähän, niin mä revin päälle. Tuomarin vieressä oli meidän kerran, mutta peli ei ollut loppunut siihen. Viimeinen peli olisi tullut joulukortti siitä.
Mä sain viime pelissä huonoa sitten. Sitä mun mielestä se oli Espoot vastaan. Me voitettiin scrummit ihan mennessä. Ja sitten 2 kertaa perättäin siihen meille rikkiä ja sitten voitettiin. Ne tuli poltas ihan täysin. Me dominoitiin perässä ensin kiivataan vihollisesti. Sitten sitten sanoisin, että alastaan tehdä. Sitten me nautiin siinä. Sitten noususta. Sitten tuomari ottanut puuttelua kävelissä ne sieltä ekstra 10.
Mä katsoin kerrosaan, että oli muistakin Tampereessa peliin, niin tuomari antoi kolme kertaa sanon niin vasta samalla pelaajalle, että Framista kestää niin tuossa Framista penaltia, niin nyt tulee muutenkin penaltia. Sitten mä kysyin meidän kapteenista vielä viimeinen vaiheessa, että kuinka monta tästä viimeistä varoitusta tätä, voitko kysyä tuomarilta, että kuinka monta kertaa hän antaa tämän saman varoituksen samalle pelaajalle. Mä kun mä puhuin tuomarilta vähän noin sävyllä. Vaikka en edes kuullut tuomarille missään vaiheessa.
Mä oon jotenkin oppinut tohon. Ja Tampereessa vastaan yhtä hyvällistä, että miten niillä on sellainen kapteeni. Se on seistä pelaa. Mutta se puski scrummissa niin paljon ylöspäin, että mun jalat oli koko ajan ilmassa. Mutta sitten pari kertaa sanoin tuomarista. Katsotaan tämän. Ja käydetään tämän. Sitten varoitus.
Se on kyllä valmiina, niin meidän kapteeni sanoi, että olisi pelaaja lyönti. Sitten sanoi, että älä nyt vuotta, tässä on tuomari sanoi, että älä ikinä puhua tuollaista. Se ei ole vissi tiedä, että se oli kapteeni, ketäkin se oli puhumaan.
Mä sain kikin. Torne, niitä. Pari kertaa Scrummia sanoi, kun muille pelaajille, että ei opettakaa tätä bindaria. Mä koko ajan otin vaan tiukemmin, mä olin koko ajan tiukemmin oikean kädestä. Ja sitten puoliajan jälkeen tehdä Scrummia, sitten vieläkään vaihtaa. ja rupeaa sävelemään vasemmalla. Mä oon vasen käsi, niin ei koko ajan. Mä varastoin sen totsien tunkkia sillä puolella. Niin kuin penkillä. Kattonut koko ajan, eikä ollut sanonut mitään.
Mä muistan vaan elämässäni tähän yhden pelin mä pääsin kultaakin droppia. Mä muistan miten siellä päädyttiin, kun mä muistin, että ekas krabi tuli, niin mä kysyin vastasta, että kummalle puolelle mä pistän mun päähän. Mä koetetaan sit sai sitten dominaattia ratkaa mihin täysin. Mä oon siinä tekee, en mä nyt yhden mihin sinne eturille, kummalle puolelle siinä laitetaan. Mutta meinattiin tehdä englannissa vuoden vaihdossa, mutta siinä proppi, kun mä oon vielä läskakkuun, ja valmentaa mun suoraan tavalla, että se on ihan lihava tuon 20 minuuttia. Se on kyllä liian pitkä tuo etunen. Mä katson oleva, niin tietämättä numeroa. Etuvilla. Ei, mä oon vielä. Pitää Matiakselle laittaa kuvaa siellä.
Tässä meidän.
Ei hälytys. Peli heittää aina. Se on hyvä, kun ne kysyy muuta kuin muuta. Katso on. Kaksi peliä mä heitin. Yhden pelin mä heitin yhdellä lailla. Oli ensimmäinen kerta, kun mä pelin Turkuudesta, ja mä heitin suoraan Turun pelaajalta pallon siitä. Nyt saman tien. Nyt joku muu heitti. Se oli siis se, että meillä oli vaihtunut Huuhkin oli ikinä heittänyt näin. Mä sanoin, mä voin heittää sitten. Päätös tuli niin kuin me käveltiin aina. Huuhkin oli valmis, mä en oikein osaa heittää. Sitten nostan käsi ylös astaa ensin ja suoraan paljon entisellä joukkueen. Tää meidän huuhkeri se on niinku pari viikkoa treenannut huuhkerin paikka, kun mä täytyy, että meillä ei ole ketään vaihtohuuhkeria, ketä niinku vois pelata siinä muuta kuin hän. On aina hyvä lähtökohta. Tärkeänä haitata urheilun tapahtumaa. Tollainen on oikein hakemaan. Mä vaan toskita lisää aika hakemusta. Ei oo kuullut mitä sitä kysyt käydä. Okay, take greatness. Tämmönen lasku.
Niin. Jos sulla semmonen puuttuu, niin on nekin.
Mä kävin hakemaan.
Itse. Mulla on nyt vuosijuhla palkinto. Viime tai toissa.
Toista vuoden nyt on tuolla ajan liikkeellä.
Vuoden nousee palkinto.
Täällä on kiva.
Monesta kertaa kysyttiin mietiä.
Kyllä! Toi just siinä, että miksi ei viitti tulla. Mä tuun selittää saman niinku kertaa ainakin.
Come on! Come on, Julie! Hyvä! Hyvä Tampere!
Tuttuvaan. Ottiko sulla niinku, mulla ainakin kun aika lypsyt näitä huumeita, niin tässä jos olisi kuin millikä enemmän, meidän olisi tehdä tämmöistä kello kuin leikkaus vähän isompia operaatioita ja poistus on niinku leikkaus ollenkaan.
Ja nyt juoksunelli! Pallo takana!
Sulta kiertäneekin sitä? Anna se mulla on joo. Mulla on kierto. Mulla ei ole helvetin voida puolkeista vähän sitä, kuinka Estinen kiertolikkähän on kokonaan. Mulla on sellainen muovivesistä, tehtiin sellainen, miten suoraan vihinnään. Eli oikeesti mä en pysty käyttämään tällä eikä mä pystyn tehdä kaikki täytyy kyydärpään kautta.
Kainin VM ja pelkästään tehdään.
Silloin ei ollut yes. Se oli vähän sellainen. Silloinhan niitä pelaa ihan helposti. Pitää päästä tasalla kaikista pelaa.
Ei ilmoiteta yksi joukkoja, järjestetään ylimääräisiä trendiä. Että se ei mitään liikaa vastaan. Pelaamaan hauskaa, niin kaksi joukkoa uusia ja vanhoja pelaajia kanssa mennään pelaamaan.
En nyt tiedä, onko pahaa töitä Helsinki HS:n estolla. Niin, kun on tullut vielä aika esimerkiksi niiden kanssa. Se on melkein vaan, no siis sen takia mä... Niin. Niin se on näin faktaa siis se, että se lähtee miettimään, että teillä on pari kaveria, että mahdollisesti jää. Vaan se aika uusi poikkeuslainen, että pystyy pelaamaan toukosta. Niin. Toukosta se on niin kuin lähtön tarjolla. Siellä on myös jahdot junioreilla. Ja sitten niin osa meidän junioreilla vanhemmista pelaa esimerkiksi. Ei tuli Warriorsin kautta Pitäisi sanoa, että päästäisiin tilanteen siellä oli 2 täyttä joukkuetta. Se vaati kyllä aika saapin pohjalla kaiken maailman. Meillä oli 20. Ne polvipelaajat tulivat molemmissa joukkueissa muutama pätkiä niin täysin omilla jengillä. Kun pakkojoukko pääsi, se oli finaali yksi voitti. Joku tyytyväisen tunnella, mitä se jälkeen voi opitella Mä aloitin vaan alata kahden yhtä, verin mulla 5. Sitten mä muistan, kun oli semifinaali, mun piti meillä oli 80 viikolla. Missä oli koko ajan. Se on ihan ilkeä. Vai kun meissä oli taas ottaa. Ilkeä se on pidetään, että yritin ottaa kovasti. Se on yksi joukko kuplasti, yli kuplasti pelaajia. Ja se Ormaalimäärä loukkaantunut. Kysy avustamaan, oli missään varmaan nyt seuraava peli. Ja mä katsoin samaa. Mutta oli onkin katasmäärä ei ole. Oli hyvin kentästä. Seuraavassa tilanteessa. Joo, sitten joo. Ei ole mun mielestä aivan kommenttiin niin. Tämä muuten saa turvallisuus, mainittaa turvallisuus. Se on hyvä, kun mä koitin aikana kuluttaa kaverit. No ei tää rakkeekin mun kokoinen kaveri. Mutta rakka niin kaiken kokoisille löytyy. Täytyy paikka. Mulla oli koko ajan joku paikka vähän niin. Mutta mä olin aina tyttävä, että kaikenluokkia. Minun kertaan pienen homman. Koitetaan tehdä niinku loukkailun hirveän usein klenkkaa aina paikalla.
Päätitkö Koskikennat selät pitkään? Sitä ei ole kukaan kukaan. Sama juttu taisi olla tuolla
Mä näin tässä aliktanut sinne.
Joo.
Olkapäät. Ei kun kuuvat tauti, eikö se ole?
Sekä Grabilla että Koskilla. Se on samalla tavalla.
No niin. Sitten tunnen pitkään. Joo, se on mun takakana. Onko niillä vähän ei ole sen verran sitten.
Ready! Come on! Nice!
No, toisaalta jossain sitä on näyttää.
Mulla ei ole omaa kentällä vai varaa.
Tuossa on 10 tunnin leikkauksen alla. Jäpä Rovaniemellä ja tulee 3 pitää.
Ehkä mä jotain uudellisiin kaupunkiin.
Aika vasta.
Perfect! Yes! Come on, Monse! Easy! Yeah! Good one, Speed! You won the game like that, please send again!
Koska ei tämä ajaa semmoista, vaan menee täysin. Ei siis se ajaa täysin, joo. Sitten se ylittää menee vastassa. Eikä ole vaikea hajoa. Epäkerran pyritään vaihtaa, että se epälähtää. Sitten mä laitan Facebookiin. Mä meinasin just ehdottaa sitä. Ja sitten kun se kehittyneempi versio kanssa oli, että täydistä pakkaa. Jos ne rikkinä menee vaan pakkaa.
Watch the game to see Yes, Andy! Jos sulla on jo verran ikää, se vapaan 10. Mitä ihmettä tää on tää? Unlucky! Harvoin hyvä tää mun ikääntyä. Mä oon pari kertaa katsoin, jos sä pyörittelit käsiä eka tai toka tilanteen jälkeen. Joo, kun on siellä mun käsi oli siellä rakennassa sitä. Mikä oli tavallaan vähän sellainen, että näkyy sellainen 30 sekuntia. Push it! Siinäkin oli tullut 2 kaveria, jos on tuotte välissä. Jos on tullut olkapäätä vastaan, ei se siitä. Jos ne... Se tuli niin helposti. Että sitä seisaa paikallaan sisään. Olisi vaatinut sen, että ne katsoo. Joli! Joo! Pitää mennä se viiva yli ennen. Mä odotan sua sit niinku siellä Turku-peleissä ja sulla on sit mahdollisuus tulla niinku redeem yourself Pori vastaan. Saisit sen pahan mielen pois, mikä sulla on siitä, että sun viimeinen rugby-peli on Porin paidassa pelattu. Ai sit mä voit olla Porin paidassa. Double down! Jussi! What is this Jussi, bro, we're making new rules now. Take the kit yourself. Smart fella used this once. Sä oot siellä niinku täällä tuolla auringossa, että tuolla sateessa voimassa. Aurinko pistää tuli viimeistään. Sulle ei ole kuunia. Onks toisun? Sun vetara. Mikä? Onko se filmi?
Atsu, are you running physio?
No. I'm a consultant. I'm on the team sheet. Are you on the team? I'm on the team sheet. I'm a consultant. As a consultant. What does it say? No. What does it say on the team sheet? Which I am not. You are not. Are you managing? No. Consulting team manager. Senior consultant to the manager. Senior consultant to the
Well, to be fair, the women's team managers both come on the field. So
exactly.
have to do it.
No, I can't be on the team.
We just put down the commentary. Hey, let's put the commentary back on. Let's get Ricky on commentary. He volunteered. He volunteered.
I did not. I asked.
You said, do you need help? That's volunteering.
I enjoyed what Highways where the good left is gone. I don't think there is. Exit people go. I don't know. Now we're bad on Good game. I came to support, as they said. I live right here. We're lucky about some hospital. You gotta go. You're from West Helsinki, so you gotta come beneath us working class Helsinki, like I said, you know, and eat some proper Kurdish food, you know. Don't just eat those bags of candy like a barbarian. Rulla kebab. But it's okay. You can come there. They have church. You guys had a great run. It was almost embarrassing. Like for the other side, like just clobbered. There was no. They had no chance. Like they had no breathing spot. We held the ball.
Had two guys that played.
Of course. I mean, how many scored 3? Yeah, right. That's how we do like army of one, right? It felt like it just. Yeah. Thanks for the spectacle. See you, and we're gonna be playing in Atsu next Sunday. So if you feel like it, if you have time, lowly people, you know, retired man with grey hair, untrained foreigners like me. How's, by the way, your gym regime? Like, if you train twice a week with the Warriors, twice a week? Yeah.
Sä voit aina laskea sen alas.
You'll work as a consultant, right? You forgot.
Exactly. I kept you
consultation is needed.
Sanotaan vähän, että kunhan sä et pidä sitä väärinpäin.
Testing. All right. Let's see if we're back online. Jiri, can you give me a check 1, 2 on the screen?
Hän siis tiedä kuka tuo tyyppi on, hän on päättänyt sen palausta. Eikä mäkin.
Hello, hello.
There we go. We're on. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to halftime of the Tampere Rugby Club versus WaLi Rugby Club game here in Helsinki at Myllypuro. We had a few technical difficulties, so the commentary was off for the first half, but now we are back online. So we'll go through the lineup so that you know who the players are on the field. We'll have to check for substitutions, but tentatively we'll go with the lineups. First with the home team. In number 1, we've got Silja Virtanen. In number 2, we've got Reetta Jokinen. In number 3, we have Ines Söderström. In number 4, we've got Claire Shaw. In number 5, we have Johanna Leino. In number 6, we have Emmi Snare. In number 7, we have Taru Pekki. In number 8, we have Kati Leskinen. Number 9, Salla Lemponen. Number 10, Sonja Jurmu. Number 11, Vilma Kinnula. In number 12, Lilli Tikkanen. In number 13, Eija Huhtala. In number 14, Nelli Huttunen. In number 15, Julian Fuchs. The subs for the WaLi team today are number 16, Ines Solla. Number 17, Tinja Kanerva. Number 18, Teija Alasalmi. Number 19, Annukka Käsnänen, my apologies. In number 20, Julia Virtanen. In number 21, Sarja-Anna Mentula. In number 22, Varpu Nyholm. The team managers which are listed on the team sheet are Sonja Jurmu and Johanna Leino, and the coach is Jatta-Mari Harju. I have been informed that Teija has already come on for Silja Virtanen, so that is number 18 for number 1. Moving on to the lineup for Tampere Rugby Club, traveling club today. Number 1, Elisa Loponen. Number 2, Jasmin Ahonen. Number 3, Sarjan Haavisto, who is the captain today. Number 4, Laura Kesonen. Number 5, Caroline McCormick. Number 6, Sofia Lalli. Number 7, Susanna Haavisto. Number 8, Anna Soilova. Number 9, Heidi Ovaska. Number 10, Milla Ryhtä. Number 11, Jenni Mäkirinta. Number 12, Kaisla Kainulainen. Number 13, Elisa Salonen. Number 14, Kiira Kuupiainen, who is the vice captain today. Number 15, Riina Alatuori. Number 16, Noora Kallio. Number 17, Maria Hortashka. Number 18, Maija Kumpula. Number 19, Juuli Ahonen. And number 20, Elisa Korhonen. And last but not least, Tea Mattila at number 21. The head coach for Tampere today is Aleksi Aalto, and the team manager is Hanna Visuri. As the two teams get ready for the second half, we'll be keeping our eye out for any substitutions made. The score currently stands at 19-5 for the WaLi side. My name is Ricardo Nostrangelo, and I'm here with my co-commentator, Tony Kenny.
Sup?
Acting as head referee today, Thierry Demoulin. Aside from the substitution previously mentioned, WaLi currently looks the same. Tampere also looks to have made no. As the ARs get ready for the second half, we are awaiting kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of the second half. Julian Fuchs gives the kickoff. It's a deep one. Tampere lets the ball bounce, recovers it well. Number 15 carries hard, beats the first defender straight into 3, and a good support line from the players, and they immediately play it off 10. 10 takes it in, another phase in their 22, just getting out of there. Another phase, just the first receiver, as Tampere try to move the ball out wide. Slowing down the ball, back to their forwards, Tampere still making some ground, a tip to the fly half again, and Milla Ryhtä working hard on the ground to get it back to Heidi Ovaska. Heidi Ovaska continuing play with the forwards, and Anna Soiluva making some good ground to get Tampere out of the 22. Heidi Ovaska continues her passing masterclass, and the ball goes to the centers, which get it to the wing forward. Unfortunately, a forward pass has been called. Tony, what can you tell us about the scrums so far in the game?
There hasn't been many scrums in the game so far. I haven't seen much, but I know from looking at the WaLi scrum last week and everything was very strong. So expect more of that. It's a good, strong front row as well. So we'll see what happens.
Scrum, of course, is the foundation to get a good set-piece play and getting moving forwards, and we can see the players getting set and the referee calling the scrum to get ready. And the ball is in, but the whistle pings. Referee isn't happy with something. Let's see if he offers any visible explanation. No, we just go with a reset.
It looked like there was a V in the front rows pushing, so they were pushing sideways. So they have to reset, so they're pushing straight.
Let's try again, round 2. And the ball is fed in. Very good drive from the left side of Tampere scrum, but we got to see immediately the pressure on the acting number 8, which was number 6 from WaLi. Unfortunately, the Tampere player gets caught offside, and that's a quick ball for WaLi, who go off quickly. The number 9 is looking for her backs. They spread the ball out. Very exciting rugby being played right now. They managed to get to the outside, and look at this beautifully. Oh, being pulled back by the referee. Apparently not played on the mark, I believe. While they're going to get a second chance at imposing their game. Very unfortunate.
It's highly likely they go for the corner here now. And they'll get a line out, hopefully on the 5-meter line. They've been working hard on line outs in training, so... Oh, no, they're going to run it. Give it to Reeta, the A-train in, big hit. Takes 4 or 5 to take her down. Sala now giving it to Juuse, who gives it to Sonia. So Sonia gets hit big and drops it, so Tampere have the ball. Kind of slow ruck, but Tampere clearing their lines. Well, dropped again. This will probably go back for the scrum for Tampere's input.
Let's see how Tampere are able to deal with their own ball, own feed in the scrum. Dangerous position here for WaLi, territorially definitely in a better place. Very unfortunate to have that previous penalty pulled back given the outcome of this one.
Yeah, like it was very good back play. Of course, the referee didn't allow the quick play, but it's very promising from WaLi in the backs, and that's a very solid scrum from WaLi. Daru gets in very quickly to disrupt also the pick. So Tampere have been pushed back about 3 meters from where the scrum started. They finally got back to where the input was, but they have advantage now, probably offside. Good play out the back, wide channels. They can just crash it up now.
And they've only just now made the gain line that they had previously this scrum. Well noted, Tony.
The ball's a little bit scrappy coming out of the rucks, but the defense is holding strong on WaLi's side. Tampere could probably use with a nice back play or something to get through here.
Tampere preferring to play with their forwards. Obviously still making ground a little bit, meter by meter, and Ulf de Milla, who passes it to Sarkko, who is a national team player. A bit of a scrappy, but the ball is alive, and Tampere love this sort of broken play. A dummy pass, finding her forwards, Heidi. Big hit from WaLi indeed. Tampere having to slow it down, having been caught behind in the back foot. Another massive hit from WaLi. Very good at stopping Tampere in their tracks. Whistle's gone. We're coming back for an infringement. Penalty, but no offside. So yes, Tony, you were right earlier. Offside of the scrum, we believe. And you can see that Tampere had made the gain line, but after some big defense from WaLi, they've been driven back. to the original scrum. Anna Soilova lines up the kick for line out and safely puts it into touch, ensuring that her team gets the ball back. Spectator catches the ball and cheers all around. So in rugby, if you have a penalty and you kick it out on the full, you are able to conserve possession of the ball. So this will be a Tampere throw in. Tampere is number 1, setting the channel for Tampere's line out. Tampere obviously having something up their sleeve, discussing WaLi is ready to defend this. The backs are set, the forwards are set, the half backs are set. This is looking promising. I love this.
It's been very 50-50 the last couple of minutes. No one's getting a real edge, but they're each making meters and then dropping. So tidying that up, any team can take it from here.
And exactly as you say, the line-out was thrown in and a bit of scrap as they try to get the extra inch, but WaLi come out with the possession out of this line-out and some strong carries again from number 5 from WaLi by the looks of it.
Yeah, that was Johanna with the carry.
Fantastic carrying and very good work rate there as WaLi is already on their feet, and the line from Tampere, the line speed is good, but unfortunately a small dog leg allowing WaLi to make those meters safely to the ground. WaLi continue their poise to continue moving forwards, moving through the phases with the forwards. Very patient build up here. A bit of sideways running, a big tackle behind the gain line, massive. I believe that was Jenni Mäkirinta. She's been outstanding in her defense this season, having seen her play both at home and away. Back through the forwards they go, and of course winning the gain line, that is WaLi. That is traditionally what we've seen, I think, so far this season, and they keep going. Of course, under the consulting role of Akseli Sinitalo Nunes, they've made some real progress in that area. More strong carries from the forwards, setting the phases and setting the tempo for the backs. And a big hit again from Jenni Mäkirinta, massive from Tampere, catching WaLi behind the gain line and even potentially getting the turnover. A bit of a messy rock, no call from the referee, but the boys are coming out on Tampere's side. A single runner, but immediately the support. Heidi Ovaska playing the ball out. The ball is in the danger player's hands and they keep going, Tampere. They have won the gain line. That is very good play, but a bit scrappy still. Let's see if they manage to structure it. Still going forward through Anna. To the 10, a pot off 10, fantastic, but a big hit coming in from WaLi, caught behind the gain line again. Trying to go through the forwards again, our Tampere. Good hands, bit of a fend off, and we've won the gain line by the looks of it. Safe rock, slowing it down, structure, finding the structure. WaLi again pressing very, very hard and some hard hits, and a contest in there. Oh, referee not happy with that. Referee not happy with that. I don't know what the call was for, but the referee was not happy with that. And Tampere decided to play it quickly. Ball straight to Milla Ryhtä. And a good tackle. Was she 10 though? I don't know. I didn't have the time to see. But WaLi get the ball back in the meantime. They're trying to find their structure. Whistle's gone apparently. Knocked on in the tackle. So this is going to come out for a scrum with a WaLi put in. The forwards are calmly making their way, breathing after a hard few phases.
This is one of those where it's just defense, defense, defense. There's no big line breaks. The game's being played in the middle of the field mostly. But good defense from both sides. Tampere were playing very well there, choosing to go blind when they saw an overlap was on, but WaLi folded over very quick to defend it. Now it's WaLi input to the scrum. Sala's going to put it in. It's a good scrum from WaLi. Now, oh, that's a hit on the scrum half. It's going to be a penalty to WaLi. I imagine they take it quickly or run it. The pods are getting ready. The big carriers, you have Reetta out there on the far side, ready for the ball. And of course, we go to Reetta. She passes it off to Gotti, and it's a knock on. But it's one of those, the pass, great idea and everything, just doesn't pay off. The grass was a little bit slippery, of course. It was a little bit of moisture, so that also adds to it. Looks like a sub is coming on.
Yes, that is Maija Kumpula coming on for Tampere, and I must correct myself. I believe that at halftime, Elisa Loponen from Tampere has come off for Noora Kallio and Maria Hortaska. So I suppose that Jasmin Ahonen has also come off, but I may be wrong. But I definitely know that Maria is now on the field, if I'm not being silly. Another scrum, Tampere put in. Of course, the knock-on, but the whistle pings once again. Of course, the referee is ensuring the player's safety during these scrums. These are high-pressure moments, both for the players, but also in terms of impact and weight shifting through their bodies. So they must make sure that these are safe.
Tampere are in good position here. They've got a very wide attack, whereas the WaLi defense is very narrow. So quick hands out right, and there could be something, but Thierry's blown the whistle. And it's a penalty to WaLi. I didn't see the hand signal, what it was for. It could be one of those just falling in the ruck where you're off your feet or something, but it looks like they're actually kicking it. That's a solid kick, just outside the 22. That's a gain of about 25 meters-ish.
That was way more. Tony, that was way more. I don't know what your maths is, but they were well inside their half, and now they're just outside the 22.
I got hit in the head too many times. Too many hits in the head.
Rugby is a safe sport. WaLi with the line-out throw-in. Let's see what they suggest, what they propose. Tampere jumps early. WaLi get the ball back. Whistle pings. Tent shakes. Bit of wind. Lace is undone. Looks like we're going to go with the line-out reset. Oh, the referee lets a ball play on? No. So what happens here is in a line-out, you must throw the ball in the middle between two lineups that line up for the line-out. It has to be a straight throw so that it's an even contest. Unfortunately, what has happened here is that the ball was fed in not straight, and therefore Tampere get the option between a line-out and the scrum, and here they've chosen the scrum. Tampere previously having had in previous seasons a very strong reputation for a scrum. Today struggling a little bit against WaLi, but a strong left side, so let's see how they will manipulate the scrum to set up a platform. Again, that left side holding very, very well. Straight to the backs. Cheeky back move. Oh, ball slightly too high, ball in the face, and that's just knocked on. That's unfortunate. So from scrum to scrum tends to happen, especially with a moist ball. We must point out that to the viewers that are just joining us, it might look sunny, but there has been a little bit of showers in between the games and a little bit of rain here and there. And Myllypuro, of course, has a sprinkler system, so the grass is very well fed. But that does lead to a slippery ball regardless of the conditions.
And also for our viewers, we're all heading to Lazy Fox for food afterwards, so go eat at Lazy Fox and then third half in Aussie Bar. So we'll see you there.
Thank you, Tony, for the plug. Do you have a time for that?
I've been told that we're going straight after the game for the Lazy Fox, and then we'll be 6 o'clock in Aussie Bar sometime.
So you know where to go in Helsinki tonight. In the meantime, a penalty for Tampere, and they've decided to go with a more traditional pot, and that is a big hit from Anna Soilova and directly supported. And off the ball goes to the left side of the field as Tampere is making some decent ground here. Don't know what's happened. The ruck is scrappy again. Forced to play quickly, Tampere. Let's see if they manage to put some more structure on this. Again, Anna Soilova looking whether she has support and making some good meters. Support is there immediately. WaLi unable to contest that ruck. Tampere getting some clean ball here. Ball slightly behind. Maija Kumpula has to adjust, but makes sure to set a good ruck, even if it's behind the gain line. Tampere very much on the front foot here, and now they're making the gain line again. Let's see if the support is there in time. Absolutely takes 3 WaLi players to put down. And Heidi Ovaska continues same way. Jenni Makirinta goes back inside, finds a good angle to make the gain line, and Tampere are now playing advantage. We'll see for what. High tackle apparently. Maija Kumpula again used on the left side pod. Another pod on the left off 10. Very good stepping in from 15 for a pod off 10. Some more meterage made here. Tampere really turning it on here, but WaLi's defense still holding strong, still confident, still some good hits coming. Kiira now though, making some ground for Tampere. And the platform continues to be exquisite for Heidi Ovaska. But the closer we get, of course, the easier it gets to defend. Offside by the looks of it, maybe not, but Thierry, let's play go on as Kiira Kuupiainen continues her devastating runs, but the good rock contest there from WaLi. I don't know if they'll get the ball back. Looks like no, but that was a very solid effort from WaLi. More tackles, more work in defense. Very, very good looking. Ball to 10, spreading it out to the backs. Very good platform out here. Sorry, ball to first receiver, 10 is right here. Another ball. More WaLi players needed to take down this deadly center. Jenni Mäkirinta stepping in to feed the forwards, trying to set up the platform, but we're calling for a medic because of a head injury, we believe. So time is off. Members of the audience complaining. But immediately the medics from both teams tending to the hurt player and referee making sure that nothing serious happens. Time is off. Score still stands at 19-5. So going back to what Tony was saying earlier, this has been played mostly in the middle with a few breaks down into the 22-meter areas and the red zones, but to no avail in the second half. But I think we are seeing some high-quality rugby.
Out of nowhere, Tampere just switched up the intensity and made very easy meters. It looked like WaLi weren't ready for this big switch. Even though Tampere are 14 points down, they're still well in this game. There's still time left for them, and they're proving that they can make the gains up the field very easy. So it was a big, nice switch in intensity from Tampere to get the ball out of the middle of the field and finally into the 22 area.
Absolutely, Tony. I think last week we also witnessed that with Tampere here playing against Helsinki Rugby Club, where they were trailing and all of a sudden they switched up the intensity and got a try very quickly off of a kickoff, actually. Being able to really turn up that intensity. Let's see if they're able to sustain that intensity here today. Of course, it would be wonderful, but when there's a tough injury like this, it can be quite difficult to pick up the rhythm mentally. But we hope that the player will be okay. I believe that is number 12, Kaisla Kainulainen. She's been massively dangerous on the previous 3 to 4 phases. And yeah, I believe she will go off as a blood sub, if I'm not mistaken. I see a little bit of scarlet on her face. But fantastic few phases from her, and very unfortunate to have to come off like this. But in rugby, when there's a blood sub, if the assessment turns out positively in that we can fix the blood and we can ensure that there's no issues in terms of head injury, the player can come back. So we are yet hopeful to see more of and from Kaisla. In the meantime, I don't know who's been brought on, but I assume somebody has come on. Yeah, on the left wing. Yeah. So now we've come back for a penalty for Tampere, and they're lining up, and traditional pod structure through the forwards. Big front up tackle, 2 WaLi defenders required to pull that down. And again, very good platform from Tampere. So clearly that injury, for the short term at least, not impacting their game. The ball is back to Anna Soilova on the blind side. Not many defenders there, and Anna making a really good effort to getting closer to the line. Now they have a very wide attack lined up here. Jenni Mäkirinta looking, probably licking her lips at all the space she's got in front of her, but the ball does not come wide. Switch from Heidi Ovaska here to the blind side. A big handoff, but the WaLi player manages to get down the Tampere player. continuing through the forwards, trying to really suck in that defense to the close quarters. Tampere seem to be struggling a little bit on that ruck. Let's see what happens. Continuing with the forwards, that's another phase that Tampere is continuing with the forwards, but WaLi's defense holds fast. Assistant referee calls that the ball is not down, so they are definitely very, very close to the line. And now a call is going to come in from the head referee, or main referee. Getting very close, Tampere now. Whistle is gone, time is off. Tony, what do you make of this defensive sequence? WaLi has lost ground, but they held fast all the way to the end. So regardless of the outcome of this call, I think defensively they've put in a solid shift.
Yeah, exactly, and this is something they did last week against Jyväskylä as well. They had a lot of goal line defense, and they held strong in nearly every single one. Obviously, they've been working with forwards consultant Axeli Sinitalo-Nunez on this kind of stuff. So they've gotten good at defending the line in the last-ditch attempts. And yeah, they held strong last week, and it looks like they held strong here. Thierry's obviously talking to his assistant ref. I'm guessing either a penalty for offside is the call, or maybe a held up, I don't know.
We'll see what the call is, but like I said, regardless of the outcome, I think that was some courageous defense from WaLi. They are obviously lined up expecting the penalty. They might know something that we don't.
Yep. Well, Thierry's now going to talk to the captain. I can't see what Thierry is doing, but
I believe he was calling offside based on the hand signal, but I am just as confused as you are, Tony. Nonetheless, as I was saying, the WaLi Warrior... The
yellow card.
Yellow card?
Yeah. It looks like Reetta has taken a yellow card there, probably for too many offsides, yeah. So Reetta's a big player to lose to a yellow. She's obviously the tank of the team, the one who takes the ball in and makes the 15, 20 meters off a pick and go. So that's going to be a big loss, but WaLi still have to defend now the goal line. Next job. WaLi are up quickly. Tampere do a shift on the pod. Looks like pick and goes are coming now. As the AR is on the field, so he's watching closely, but quick ball by Tampere out wide.
Even the backs came in very close, but they're looking to regain that width now. Again, massive last-ditch effort defending from WaLi, but they're continuing the same way, Tampere. Can they find the width? Can they find the power? Can they find the power through Elisa Loponen? She puts it down. Is that enough?
It looks like it was a drop. Yeah, from our angle, it looked like there was a drop on the try. We've got a couple of people down injured, but it looks like we'll have time off again. We've got a couple of injuries here.
While the medics come on and treat their players, now I have a better view of the jerseys that are on the field. I can confirm that Maria is on. However, I believe that Elisa and Nora have switched jerseys. Elisa is definitely off. I can see her on the bench on the far side, but Nora Kallio is wearing number 1. Very unfortunate to get 2 big injuries in the same corner in back-to-back plays, but we'll see. I think the medics are handling this quite well. Both teams huddling up and making sure that they know exactly what they're going to be doing next. We're actually getting a sub back on the field for Tampere. Number 21, Tea Mattila, very likely coming on for Elisa Salonen, who was trying to finish that try earlier. A little bit of a backline reshuffle potentially incoming. If the jerseys are right, of course.
But you can tell this goal line effort's very physical. Obviously, there's been 2 injuries in that corner now from this game, and then in the men's game, the exact same thing. The goal line defense is very, very physical. So it's been solid from both teams. WaLi held strong there. from our view anyway, it looked like Tampere dropped the ball over the line. So we might be starting with a scrum for WaLi here. But yeah, defensively on the line, it's been absolutely solid from both sides even.
Yeah, Tampere, of course, showcasing that patience that all the top teams are well known for. The skill not to lose possession of the ball, but WaLi showing resilience in defense, making sure that Tampere can't penetrate that defensive curtain. So we are resetting with a WaLi scrum, which indicates that what we saw from this angle was correct. The ball was dropped prior to a touchdown or a try. Of course, the ball being touched to the ground. Tony's helpfully pointing out that we do have American football lines here, but let's see how WaLi handled this traditionally high-pressure moment, a scrum in your own 22. Ooh, Loosehead Prop just losing her bind there by the looks of it. So, going again, ensuring the safety of the players. Of course, WaLi under pressure now. Tampere will be looking to apply as much pressure as possible, and I can confirm that if the jerseys are right, Tea Mattila is now on the field, playing right wing with Jenni Mäkirinta filling in at center. Oh, strong carry from WaLi, really setting them up for a good exit clearance, but okay, I thought they were going to play it, but they have kicked it. Unfortunately, that kick is short. Tea goes for it, misses it oh so close. The ball is bouncing unpredictably, and the whistle has gone. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Why has he given an offside?
So he thinks that there was a touch in the attempt for the catch, and then there was a player in front, which is technically the rule, but it didn't there. But obviously referee's ruling is final. Is this going to hit Oxley in the head? No. But yeah, decent kick out. WaLi line out, just right here in front of us. Let's see how they're going to line up in the line out. I'd be also interested to see how the backs line out. This is very good midfield line out. You can easily get a good back play done here and make some good ground. We've got a bit of wind coming in here, which is very unpredictable just for line out time as well, because it's a strong gust now, so it doesn't go straight, obviously, because the wind blows it to the Tampere side. So Tampere regather. It's good, solid run. WaLi's defense is on the ruck there, but now they're pushing wide. The pass doesn't go quite to hand, so WaLi have the advantage to make a behind the gain line hit. But Tampere make it back through. Big hit from Taru there. Slow from Tampere, but they get the ball again, playing it through the forwards. Nice run through, gaining that extra 30 centimeters or something.
Maija Kumpula with a strong carry there. Of course, Tampere now almost making it back to their initial gaining of the advantage. Good hezi and massive power from Sarkku here. But getting pulled very close to touchline. But very good from Tampere keeping their composure there. Even, oh my days, some more good carries from Tampere. A good contest there from WaLi. Is it going to be given? No. I'm surprised. I love a good jackal, but I think that should have been WaLi's ball, to be honest. But let's see what goes. Anna Soilova with a traditional hard carry. Setting up this base for Tampere. Tampere continuing, just starting to make it into WaLi's half. Another big hit from WaLi. This defensive performance from WaLi is seriously impressing me. And they are continuing to neutralize these Tampere attacks. But Tampere continuing to get clean platform, now going through the backs to the forwards, finding a small gap, setting up a ruck quickly, but Tampere really taking their time, making sure that they play on their own terms, and another good ball. Let's see if the support is there quick enough. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Tackler ordered to roll away. Good communication from the referee. Bit of a hesitation here from the number 9. I think she was looking at the referee. Maybe she heard something else, but Tampere continue on this attack. Very high press from WaLi, preventing Tampere from going wide, and a good clear out from wide. And Maija Kumpula, oh sorry, that's not Maija Kumpula, that's number 4 from Tampere, I'll have to check the name. But more good carries here from Tampere, still carrying and making ground, and they are making sure she gets involved in those rucks. Number 21 who came on for Elisa Loponen. Elisa Salonen, wrong Elisa. bit behind on the back foot here. Let's see if they can spread it out around the line. Yes, and Tampere have now made a line break, and Kiira Kuupiainen making a massive run. This is a very traditional swooping run. She finds her support, doesn't manage to quite offload it, but Tampere now deep in the WaLi 22. Let's see if WaLi can recompose their defensive line and hold on as they did before, but Tampere clearly on the front foot now.
Yeah, just on that break there was a solid tackle there from Lili Tikkonen just at the end. If she doesn't make that tackle, it's a try every time. And Tampere just lose the ball forward here, but it looks like a penalty for offside has been given. So Tampere will have a chance to reset and go again.
So yeah, to correct myself earlier on, number 4, Laura Kesonen for Tampere. Played a very neat little phase here, closer to the 50-meter line, playing it back on the blind side. Tampere again lining up the forwards for a tap and go penalty. And of course, it goes to the reliable Sarkku, playing at national team level as well. And this has been scored by Tampere. Absolutely solid work. Tony, do you think they can keep up this intensity all game? Because I think they've really stepped it up.
If they can keep it up, they're going to put themselves back in the game solidly. This could end just multiple points, maybe 1 or 2 points could be the only difference in this at the end. But Tampere have definitely brought the intensity on attack in the end. If they can keep this up, it looks like they'll tire WaLi out a bit, so this could be Tampere's game to take if they can keep this up.
Yes. So for our viewers who might be new to rugby, a try is 5 points and a conversion is 2 points. So with every try, you get an attempt to convert it, which is what Anna Soilova is executing right now. And this looks like it was just off to the left and a little bit low perhaps. As I was saying, the conversion adds 2 points to the try. So as you can see from the scoreboard now, we should be at 19-10. We are not that far off. Substitutions coming in. Number 4, Laura Kesonen coming off, and I can't see who's come on for Tampere. 2 substitutions being made for WaLi. Tony, you're going to have to help me out here. Number 18. Oh, Maija Kumpula. Have I gotten this wrong? No, someone else. They've changed shirts. But Tony, for the WaLi subs, please.
I can't quite see the numbers yet, so I know Gotti came off, and it looks like Johanna came off. Who's commando? It looks like Julia Virtanen has come on, and I can't see who the second person who's come on is. Deep, very deep. It's actually going to go over the end line. So Tampere will get the option for the kick or the scrum halfway. You'll most likely take the scrum halfway here with a Tampere input, but this is exactly what Tampere needs now to push on and for this. And we're looking at probably 10 minutes or something left, so they really need to push from here. Of course, is an excellent platform for Tampere to get into, to launch themselves into WaLi's half. Let's see if they manage to execute better, because of course they have aces up their sleeve. They have good set piece moves, as every team does, training them week in, week out. When they were a little bit deeper, maybe the pressure got to them, they missed the execution, but now I am really hoping, as a fully biased Tampere boy, that this goes to hand. The scrum is turned, the ball is out, the ball does go to hand, a little bit scrappy. They managed to play it to the left side, which I believe was their original intention. And Milla, the number 10 for Tampere, takes it in and manages to create a good platform for them. They still haven't managed to get into the halfway of WaLi due to some good defense, but now this is their first foray in. The support there is there. There is some good support, very quick ball. And oh my days, the sub immediately making a good impact and carrying hard, being stopped by 2 WaLi defenders. Kiira at first, the first receiver, makes a absolutely slicing through the WaLi defense like a hot knife through butter, and gets well tackled by a good covering tackle.
Tampere continuing with the quick ball, a little bit scrappy. A good counter ruck from WaLi, but Thierry not happy with it. Clearly coming off the feet. Kira again playing it first receiver, spreading it to Anna Soilova. Anna Soilova go, oh my days, that is a very strong carry. Can she finish? Absolutely she can. And that is Tampere right back in the game.
Yeah, the game is getting very close now, but as you can see on the far side, Reeta standing up, the yellow card time is soon over. So Tampere have made good gain on this yellow card. So far, 10 points. Maybe we can see a 12th point coming now. But now when WaLi get back to full strength, they'll have to hold out. They'll have to deal with this intensity that Tampere are bringing. Tampere can definitely think that they can win this game from this point. And I don't see why they can't. They can easily push through and win this game.
Anna Soilova lining up the conversion. And off to the left again. Yeah, comment here from Tony that that's 4 points gone missing. That could have been helping the cause for Tampere here. But of course, rugby is a game of momentum, and at the moment it seems like the momentum and metaphorically the winds are favoring Tampere, given that today is quite windy. Operating here. Again, opting to go lower to maximize their chances of keeping the ball in field. Good pickup from Thea. Just behind the shoulder, but it's play on and play to the whistle, and Tampere have clearly set their platform outside of the 22, so they will choose to go with the forwards. And big hit off the ball and a big hit on Anna Soilova as well. That is two massive, massive tackles from WaLi, and here Tampere comes with some more forwards power. But now they're looking to spread it to the backs. Bit slow. And a penalty for WaLi. That was unexpected, apparently holding onto the ball. Tony.
With the wind from here, it looks like they're going to go for goal. And yeah, the shot has been called. This is great with the wind helping you and everything here. Julian has a good left peg on her as well, so you can bring the game out to 7 points again.
Absolutely, the correct strategic decision here being made by WaLi, ensuring that they stay out of touch for Tampere and keep the scoreboard ticking for themselves. These are these micro moments that change momentum in games. Let's see how it goes. Of course, for our viewers, a reminder that if the ball doesn't go over the dead ball line, it is in play. Yep. So this can either go over and just dead, or it can lead to some very interesting broken play moments. You can see the WaLi players getting ready to chase, but they're all offside since they're behind the kicker. I wonder if the referees will pick up on that. They don't need to, because that is a beautiful kick. Straight through the poles, and that is 3 points. Off a penalty, you get 3 points, of course. Very risky from WaLi to set up offside off the kick, but I guess that's what you said, Tony. Very good left peg, and that is 3 points on the board for WaLi to add to their 19 that are already on there. So, current score, 22-15 to WaLi. Tampere now with a lot more work to do. Of course, needing at least one converted try to draw even level. Anna with a kickoff and goes very deep. Knows that Tampere doesn't want WaLi in their half of the field, and is that Anna making the hit herself? Very interesting. More good phases by WaLi, very strong, carrying through the forwards, continuing with the forwards. That's a good low hit, but WaLi still make the gain line. WaLi continuing with their forwards again. No, is that a forward? Yeah. Yep. Of course, sometimes flankers and back rows are a little bit more athletic in build and can confuse commentators and look like backs because of their higher work rate. And of course, Reeta making an impact right after her yellow card, making a good 2-3 meters off the carry. And a good step here from Lilli, setting up the platform. Taking their time because they do seem to have a player down. WaLi player down, complaining that the medic isn't coming, and Thierry not happy with that ruck.
Quick penalty called even though there's an injury, and then there's advantage for not 10. That's Sonja Jormu who's down. It looks like a nosebleed, so it's a blood injury, should have been called back, but Tampere have the attack now. Good defense from WaLi there to slow down the play, but it's brought out right and went back a little bit, but then made the gain line again. Oh, it's gone. yeah, gone blind. Good run, solid run from Tampere here.
Continuing to run through the phases, back through the forwards now. WaLi player still down, so despite getting the yellow card back, we do have a Tampere player taking a knee as well, so we'll see. Both teams are technically even numbers, even Stevens. Let's see how they deal with it. Well, clearly they deal with it by sending a big runner in and a very big hit by WaLi. But another player down for WaLi. I am surprised this is not being called, but Tampere taking full advantage of the situation, and Myllypuro with a beautiful run to the line and scoring the try. Tampere are well back in this. This is going to be a difficult conversion for Anna, but it is on the better side for a right-footed kicker, I believe.
Yeah, like this side, obviously you have the wind against you here a bit, so it will be tough, but it's quite quiet now if you can get the kick quickly. But it looks like there's also an injury from the try score there. It was a big push to the end to make the line.
Perhaps just cramps, you know, the longer the game, and with... Yes, so pointing out that, let's see, that... Yeah, this was one of the front rowers that had been replaced earlier on. So I told you that Elisa Loponen and Noora Kallio had switched jerseys. So number 1 right now is Noora Kallio. She looks to be limping off the field. We'll see who comes back on for her. I do think it's Elisa Loponen gearing up. And she's always had a big impact as a starter and as a sub when she has played. So Anna is attempting a drop goal conversion. Obviously, with her Sevens background, she has a lot of experience with these, but unfortunately, this one goes astray. So Tampere will continue. And now we are 20-22, I believe.
Yeah.
Or I should say 22-20. Yeah. Home side first, right?
But yeah, now we're at a 2-point game. This is what we said would happen. It would be close towards the end. Tampere have done very well to push on, even with the deficit at one point where it was 19 points to 5. But Tampere have pushed back now to 2 points. It's anyone's game at this point. It's literally one penalty can change this game. That's all that can happen now. Yellow card given.
Yellow card given. I don't see who. Far side is someone walking off. Yeah, no.
Who's been yellow carded? Because it looks like Sonya's come off.
So either a sub or a yellow card. Oh, she is not happy about that.
That's Julianne. Yeah, Julianne has been yellow carded, and she's not happy about it. I didn't see what happened, but yeah, the yellow card has been given.
So now, I believe you said Julianne was their main kicker, so we see, is this Lily kicking for WaLi now?
Yes.
Yes, I've got confirmation from Tony, and immediately you can see that Finnish rugby sometimes suffers from that. But it wasn't. It was Lily. Okay. But so now, again, a good platform for Tampere, and Elisa Loponen coming back on the field can get straight back into a scrum, so very good place to start as a front row replacement. Yeah, you could see earlier in the background, Julianne absolutely fuming with that decision, but that's what happens when you've got high stakes games, 2 points in it. You've been leading for most of the game, so you really don't want to get yellow carded. I believe that might have come from the tackle in the corner on Myllypuro, who was scoring the try. Very unfortunate. I didn't see anything wrong with that personally, but as Tony mentioned earlier, referee's decision is king. Good counter scrum from WaLi, but Tampere still comes away with the ball. Anna Soilova picks up from mate and carries and makes some very decent meterage, and it seems like nobody can stop her, but of course, the scramble defense from WaLi, impeccable this game. 3 people just to stop her, and they continue very quickly finding their structure in defense, but Tampere continuing to insist on the blind side, and again some meterage from Anna. But you can see on this open side, WaLi have definitely found their structure, and I think that tenacity in defense, look at that. Lad, that is a massive hit. They kept the player up and drove her back. Tampere continuing with their forward attack though. Milla drifting wide, giving the ball out. The men's team from Tampere claiming the hands, and Sarjan Haavisto going very close, but I don't understand what's happening in the ruck there. It looks very messy. Thierry does give the advantage, so definitely an infringement there from WaLi, but again, scramble defense on point, and a big hit from WaLi, not letting that slide. a new advantage called here by Thierry, so we'll see perhaps another player in the bin for repeated infringement. I don't know. We'll see how the referee's patience holds, but at the moment the defense is holding very, very well from WaLi. I'm positively impressed by this. Continuing their run. Can they hold on to Kira? Kira being held up right over the line, trying to go to ground. They find the ground now. A very quick rock, and oh my days, straight up the guts. Up the guts, and that's a try for Tampere. And as we said, what happened to the scoreboard? It's been removed, but I can assure you that that is 25-22 for Tampere as it stands, conversion to come. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is on a knife's edge, and we're playing, and we are seeing very, very exciting rugby.
It's very hard, obviously, losing a player to the bin. Especially when it is one of the back three that gets brought off. You're left with only 2 people to cover pretty much the whole pitch, which makes it tough. But Tampere have shown some fight here today. Like, they've not given up. They were quite handily behind at the beginning of the half, but they've worked their way back into it, and now here's the kick. It's right in front of goal. 9 times out of 10 these go over, but there's a bit of wind here which can add to this, of course. Yeah, but it's over. 27-22. WaLi can just hope now for a good kickoff. Or yeah, 22-27. Home team first. But yeah, WaLi are obviously they're rushing back. They were looking to take it quickly. Some subs coming on. I can't see who's coming off. It looks like Ea came off. I don't know who the other person who came off was, but. Yeah, WaLi are gonna want a good kick chase here. They're still in this. The game's not over yet, even though there's a 5-point here. It's still all to play for at this point. I got maybe 1 minute left. Yeah, 1 minute left from the AR here.
Better kick.
Good kick. So WaLi are going to want to get this ball back as quickly as possible. There's still time left for it. Forward pass.
That was flat, mate.
Well, forward pass given. Maybe flat, maybe not. We'll see. But 50-50. Now WaLi have a scrum just maybe 5 meters outside the 22. So there's still hope. There's still a chance to push on from here with something like 30-ish seconds left. There's still plenty of time.
Absolutely. If a mistake happens very early here, it won't be the last play, but Tampere definitely need to have a very solid defense. We call it the Tiilimuri, the brick wall. Tampere known for them. And WaLi launched their attack, set piece move, straight through, falling off a tackle. Let's see what happens. Anna Soileva off the back of the scrum with the assist of another Tampere player, gets a tackle. Strong rock contest, but WaLi's holding on to that ball, pulling it back with their hands, and that is a penalty. Very, very interesting. Oh, and the chat back, and that is a 10 more meters. Not 10 more penalties, my apologies, but that is 10 more meters. Thierry not happy with the chat back, and Tampere getting some free meters, and a tap and go, and straight to touch. Clearly, that is the end of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game it has been. Very, very tough, and a very, very good win for Tampere. Ladies, as they start to get together and chant and celebrate their victory. Very, very promising stuff from WaLi. I think both teams played some excellent rugby. Lots of interesting stuff seeing. I think that is Julian still fuming at the yellow card. Of course, WaLi playing those last 10 minutes with 1 player down.
But yeah, that was a game that could have gone either way, and it did go either way just at the end there. But the next game against these two will be in a few weeks' time, maybe 5 or 6 weeks' time. But yeah, these are 2 teams that could definitely put themselves in contention for finals this year, which will be hosted here in Helsinki, in Myllypuro. So we could be seeing these 2 playing here again at the end of September. But yeah, solid performance from both teams. Yeah, Tampere got the edge at the end there, but I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. Thank you, Atsu, for the stream. Everyone, we're going to Lazy Fox straight after this, and then off to Aussie Bar after. I've been Tony, and this has been Ricardo.
Thank you so much for streaming and listening in. And we hope to remind you that rugby is an inclusive sport for all. It is a safe sport for all. And if you're a beginner, you should, this is the first time seeing the sport, you should definitely join your local club. There are clubs all across Finland, all the way from Oulu, I believe is the northernmost club, if I'm not mistaken with my latitudes, all the way down to Helsinki as the southernmost club, unless Espoo's pitch is further down south, but that doesn't matter. Join your local club, get involved. There's lots of things to do around rugby, so even if you don't want to play, you just want to find a good group of people, anyone is welcome. So, ladies, gentlemen, days, gays, thank you for tuning in. See you at Lazy Fox.
Yeah, we are having TRCL double. And then we start our away game.